Hi, I'm Lauren Kirkland, and today I'm going to be doing a live video demonstration on the proper gram stain technique. Before we get started, I'm going to review my lab attire. I have my hair pulled back, I have my glasses on that are serving as my safety shields or goggles. I have on my lab coat. I have on long pants that extend to my closed-toed shoes, as well as I'm free of any tears, rips, or holes, and I also don't have on any excessive jewelry. So now that I'm properly in the proper attire, here we have my bench work area that I'm going to make sure to clean and disinfect. Dispose of that. Okay, and then now we are going to go over the materials needed. So first here, I have my culture. I have a Bunsen burner, inoculating loop, wax pencil, a slide, saffron, crystal violet, decolorizer here, iodine, and then off to the side here I have 3 clear glasses of water that I'll use to rinse, and most importantly I have my gloves. So now we're going to get started. I'm going to move some of this to the side. And the first thing I want to do is I want to prepare my slide. So in order to prepare my slide, I'm going to get my wax pencil and I'm going to draw a circle in the middle of my slide. And then in the corner, I'm going to initial. So I'm done with my wax pencil. So after I've prepared my slide, now I'm going to ignite my Bunsen burner. Remember the temperature is controlled by the air vents at the bottom, and I'm looking for that internal blue flame to let me know that it's hot and ready. So now that that's ready, I'm going to grab my inoculating loop, I'm going to flame it to get my culture, flame it, get a sample, flame it, cap it. These are the only gloves I have, and it's hard to handle things. And then now I'm going to take a sample of my culture. I'm going to put it right here where I've marked my slide. I'm going to make sure to flame my loop again. Set that to the side. Then the next important thing is I'm going to do a heat fixation of my slide, but it's very important that I allow this sample or culture on my slide to dry, okay? So I'm going to pretend like we have given it ample enough time to dry before heat fixing. So now that it's dry before our heat fixing, I have my slide here, and I'm going to make 3 passes over my Bunsen burner, holding for a second each pass. 1, 2, and 3. So that I've heat fixed my slide, I'm going to turn off my Bunsen burner, set it to the side, and get set up for the staining process. stain I'm going to do is my crystal violet here. I'm going to remove the cap if I can with these gloves. I'm going to put just one drop, my circle here on the slide. And before I do any rinsing, I'm going to let my stain sit for 60 seconds on my slide. So we're going to pretend like 60 seconds has passed. I'm going to get my slide. Now I'm going to rinse and get as much of the stain off as possible. And I'm going to just rinse over here, if that's okay to do. Once I've got as much of the stain off as possible, I'm just going to kind of dry the bottom. And then I would move on to my iodine. Here, as you can tell, is orange. I'm going to do the same thing. Put a drop right in the center. And I'm going to let it sit for 60 seconds. We're going to pretend 60 seconds has passed. And to dip, rinse all of my stain off. I'm going to make sure I'm never wiping or smearing or roughly drying off the top. So now I'm ready for my decolorizer, which is alcohol. So I'm going to get my slide. I'm going to hold it at a 45-degree angle. And at a 45-degree angle, I'm going to apply my decolorizer, which is alcohol, and just rinse until I see clear, which I do see clear. So then I'm going to rinse that decolorizer. And then now we're ready for the saffron, which is red. Gonna add a drop. I'm gonna let that sit for 60 seconds. And pretend 60 seconds has passed. Grab my slide, I'm gonna rinse. Always trying to rinse off as much as possible. Once I've gotten off as much as possible, I will give this plenty of time to air dry. And after this has had plenty of time to air dry, then I'll be ready to put it under a microscope and see what kind of gram stain we have. Okay, so I'm gonna move this to the side, and then the next thing I would make sure to do is clean my bench work area. Disinfect. And I would dispose properly of my gloves. Like I said, after that, that is the proper way to do a gram stain technique.